this. All right, Jake, you do your thing on lab code agents, and I'm gonna be over here in Clubhouse saying hi to everybody here. Veronica, Jake, Lucy, Andrea, Sarah, Amber, Stephen, Hugo, Ben, Ariana. What's up, everybody? I'm digging Clubhouse.
Dude, it's cool. So Tristan, maybe you can ask them. Can they hear me through your phone?
Let me ask. All right, Thomas, can you hear Casey through the phone?
Yep.
All right, perfect. Then
All
we're
right.
good.
Well, so then I'll make a quick announcement in case anyone from Clubhouse is interested in joining this event through either LinkedIn or Zoom. It's a really cool little growth hack that we've created recently. It's really simple. All you got to do is you go to my Clubhouse profile, and then you go down and click on my Instagram link, which will direct you to my Instagram profile. There's a link there to click that will bring you to our LinkedIn event. And that's where you can start chatting with people and engaging, and then you can join the Zoom. There's a lot of things you can do there. So it's basically click, 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 and you're there.
Dude, that's how you did it. Ah, that's pretty cool. All right. So, guys, if you want to watch this as well and you're on the Clubhouse side of it, you want to engage, go ahead to Casey's profile, click on his Instagram profile, and then click that link on the Instagram profile link. Let's get this party started. All right. Casey.
Well, man, this is exciting. You know, I feel like I'm always learning new stuff, right? There's always things to learn about LinkedIn, about Clubhouse, about social media, about Zoom. There's always things to do, and I feel like I'm always just stumbling upon new stuff. And so it's fun. I mean, I love jumping on these Zooms with you and figuring it out and kind of brainstorming and helping people figure it out too. It's awesome.
I love it, dude. Well, look, let's talk about the strategies that have helped grow our LinkedIn. I mean, you've over the last year, you've really helped grow my LinkedIn. And you've done it through automation, which we're going to get into. And you've also done it through just helping me post the right content. So I want to start with the simplest things first. What would that look like if I'm just getting started? And then let's go into more of the automation.
Okay, so if you're just getting started with LinkedIn, correct?
Yeah, I'm just getting started, and I suck at LinkedIn because LinkedIn is like the ugly stepchild that nobody cares about because, I mean, dude, it's kind of like an afterthought for me. So help me.
You know, it's an afterthought for a lot of people, and I really don't blame them. Forever, people were on LinkedIn thinking that it was just a place to look for jobs, right? But now, you know, and I think especially because of COVID and all this kind of stuff that people can't go to actual networking events, it is one of the most important places to go to network with prospective clients, right? And so I mean, think about it. If you're going to this networking event and you decide to just sit and be a wallflower, right? You're not going to get any business. But if you go to this event and you're rubbing elbows with people and chatting it up and asking good questions and being insightful and explaining what you do and all this stuff, then the ability to kind of generate business from that sort of environment increases exponentially. Same thing applies for LinkedIn. You can't just have a profile and not engage. You have to be engaging with it on a regular basis. And then people will start engaging back with you. You start establishing these relationships via LinkedIn, and it will pay out in spades. It is such an important platform to be on. It's the reason why Gary Vaynerchuk is promoting it. It's definitely it's where Facebook was about 7 or 8 years ago. Like if you get into this now, you're gonna be way above and beyond ahead of anyone else who's trying to leverage LinkedIn to generate business.
So how do we get into it quickly so that I don't have to waste time? Because the thing I hate about getting into different social media outlets is the amount of time it takes me to get on. Like Clubhouse, right? I'm on Clubhouse right now, right? And it takes a lot of energy. Sometimes I'm like, damn, do I want to go on another Clubhouse? Right? Because it's like a 10-hour process because I have to listen through the whole thing.
You
So
know,
tell me how to get this done quickly and efficiently on LinkedIn.
Okay, so I mean, the first thing is you need to increase your connections. So similar to how everyone's like, follow me on Clubhouse, follow me on Clubhouse, follow me on Facebook. I mean, you need to increase your connections because that increases your exposure, that increases your ability to network with other like-minded people. They'll see who you're connected to, and when they see who you're connected to, they'll then choose to connect with you back because they'll want to network with you and get to know that person as well. So you need to start increasing your connections. So even if you aren't our client, and so just so people know, we run a company called MyLinkedSolution. We help generate business using LinkedIn automation tools. We send out invite connection requests to hundreds of people a day on your behalf. They connect with you via LinkedIn, and then we send out an automated follow-up message as well, which is customized to what you're wanting to offer them, and then you generate business. So you can either use our system to generate a bunch more connections via LinkedIn, or you can do it manually. Start finding people that you want to be networking with, and then start just connecting. I mean, it really is the reason why we created this company in the first place. Is I was initially doing it manually. I mean, we did like a home buying presentation at this company called Procore in Santa Barbara,
Hmm.
and I decided to message all of the Procore employees after the presentation, just basically kind of giving them a summary, thanking them for letting me, present to them. And then people responded to me so receptively, and I ended up getting like 3 or 4 deals just from that one outreach via LinkedIn. I mean, it's where you do business.
All right. All right. So let's say I'm in LinkedIn and I start connecting. Would you say that the key to this on LinkedIn is to connect with people on a daily basis on their profile? So go and like their post, go and comment in their post, and then maybe even private message them. Is that what you were saying? Like engage that way?
Yeah, and so I mean, so you want to engage with their posts. You want to engage with them. You want to ask them in insightful questions. You want to just and you also want to present yourself as the subject matter expert, right? So you may know someone who knows that person that you're trying to connect with. You want to like kind of bring that relationship together. You want to build that rapport. And so some of the most important or effective campaigns that we're currently running is our alumni campaigns and our veteran campaigns. And so as long as you can figure out a way to establish a relationship with some of these prospects or these relationships on LinkedIn, do it. I mean, so one of my most effective campaigns, apart from the home buying one where I was reaching out to people who work at the company where I give the home buying presentation to, one of the other most effective campaigns was when I reached out to people who went to UC Santa Barbara, which is where I went to undergrad. And it's such a simple way to build that relationship, saying like, hey, it's great to meet you. I notice you're also a fellow UCSB alumni. That's fantastic. My name is Casey. I'm a local real estate agent here in the Santa Barbara area. I wanted to just reach out to you. I'm offering this really great Go Gaucho credit where if you allow me to help you with the next home purchase or sale, I can give you up to $5,000 back at close of escrow. So there's a bunch of stuff that you can do. So you create the rapport, you offer value, and then you ask for business.
All right. Well, I want to take that a little bit further. And just so you know, I've got my clubhouse people here. What's up, Mel? I see you. Uh, I've also got our webinar and our Facebook Live here. So if you just joined us on Clubhouse, you can go to Casey's profile, click on the Instagram link there, and then click on the link on his Instagram profile. It'll take you in so you can start following us here on LinkedIn. But here's what I suggest, guys. As you're paying attention to what Casey's saying, the simplicity of it is where the money is on the growth, because we often think of all of our social platforms to be places where we just put out stuff and then people will engage. Well, it's the opposite. What you actually need to be focusing on for growth is taking time to what I call LCM it, LCM. That's like, comment, message. And we do this as a team. We try to do this at least 20 times in a day. It's part of our business plan. It's part of how we function. So we go through our feed. I'm going to go through my LinkedIn feed here. And oh, look, Casey pops up, right? I'm in the front. Casey, So I'm going to like whatever I see from Casey. I'm going to go ahead and comment. I'm going to be like, great job, Casey, on your new endeavor here, right? And then I'm going to message him. I'm like, hey, Casey, I saw that you just did this. Congrats, first of all. And can you tell me a little bit more about that? Right. So I'm taking it further by liking, commenting, and then messaging. And that what happens if you're doing this continuously throughout the whole month. Let's take a look at this. 30 days, you're doing this 20 times a day. People are inevitably going to come back to your profile and check it out. And all of a sudden, they're going to start liking your stuff and commenting back on your things, right? Now you have to worry about, well, what am I going to post? Now is when you worry about posting great content because people are going to actually come back and see it. This is how you start growing your LinkedIn, right? This is how you start growing everything. But it's the reverse in people's minds sometimes, Casey, where people start and saying, well, what should I post? The question should be, when should I engage with the people that are already following, right? That's the key right there.
Exactly. And that's a good segue too, Tristan, because I feel like one of the most underutilized way to engage with people on LinkedIn is by this new thing that I figured out is LinkedIn events, which like mean right now, I mean, we have over 1,200 registered attendees for this LinkedIn event that we created on LinkedIn, right? And so you have the ability, so you can create like a virtual home buying seminar or rent versus buy, a local market update. You can make these events on LinkedIn. You can then invite all of your connections to this event. And what blows my mind is that you get such a great conversion rate. And so like, in fact, let me share my screen if you don't mind. And so like the more you engage with them, the more you kind of, maybe invite them to your real estate.
All right. So Casey, take me on a play-by-play because if I'm on Clubhouse, I can't see crap.
Okay.
I can only envision what you're taking me through. So I'm on your LinkedIn page here and I'm seeing the LinkedIn event, right? Tell me about what I'm seeing here, what I should be doing.
Cool. Okay. So let me take you from step one. So, and I'm going to put this in the position or in the perspective of some of our real estate professionals who are on this webinar right now, who are not going to be doing a LinkedIn event. They're going to be doing like a home buying seminar
Okay.
or like a client appreciation. So first step is when you go to the home tab, there is a left-hand column. And then at the bottom of the left-hand column, there's an events tab. All you have to do is click on that little plus sign on the events tab and a pop-up will come up. And then this is where you kind of like outline your event. It's super simple. Who's the organizer? You want to put in some sort of like catchy banner and then like a photo of whatever for a profile. Name the event, say its date and time, add the speakers. So basically you create the event here. Okay. Once the event is created, you'll have a page like this.
Okay. What does that look like? You're creating an event on LinkedIn. Let's say it's a home buyers event like we ran a few months back. A home buyer event. Now what do we do? What do we expect when this pops up? What are we looking to do to make it more attractive?
So what you do, first of all, you want to start engaging with this event page. So you want to start having polls, you want to start making posts to it. You can then notify all the attendees. There's a lot more stuff you can do from within an event page than you can do from other sort of like event pages like on Facebook, etc. But you want to start inviting people and you want to start telling your attendees to invite people. Because here's the trick, and this is why this hack is better than any other event invitation group on social media. And I'll tell you why. So you can invite a lot of connections all at once. You can sort the connections by location, current companies, schools, industries, etc. So you would do like people. So for a home buying seminar, it's people who live in Santa Barbara who do not work in the real estate industry, because I don't want realtors to necessarily be at this home buying event. Then basically you scroll down and you can go up to 1,000 invites a week on this from this event page from one profile. But if you have two profiles, you can do 2,000 a week. So you can find the people they want to be inviting, invite them all to the event, and then they don't just get notifications in their notifications tab, they get notifications in their connection request tab. And that's the key, that's the key difference.
So let's slow down on this. Give me a second, because I want to talk to my Clubhouse people too here. Uh, Casey, you're telling me that I can use this event page to be able to target the right people. What did you mean by that? Because how are we looking to target those right people? Let's say I'm having an event just for doctors or just for police officers in the fire department. How can I go and just target those people?
Sure. Yeah. So you can, so if they're in your connections, you can go to industries, you can do health, hospital and healthcare, apply. Now, these are just the people who are in the hospital and healthcare sector. You can then scroll down, find 1,000 people and click all, and then invite them all. So same thing would apply for firefighters, police, law enforcement, veterans, or if you want to have like an alumni group or an alumni event, which is huge. And so I'm a part of the UCSB alumni event, and I'm going to have a UCSB alumni kind of networking event from within LinkedIn, and you can find everyone who lives in this area who goes to or went to UCSB.
Okay, that makes sense. So now we just did that. We're inviting, let's say, the right people to what we're doing. Now, what else do we do? How do we grow this?
So yeah, to kind of like reiterate what I was saying before. So when you invite people on to an event on Facebook, they get notified in their notifications tab here, right?
Okay.
But from within LinkedIn, you get notified of an event from your My Network tab, which is where people go to accept invites, to accept connections. And it's super simple. You just go accept, right? So most people who are on LinkedIn, they will accept an invite, not even really thinking about it. And even though that's not necessarily a good thing, if they do accept an invite to an alumni event or a real estate home buying seminar, at the very least, that's a lead, right? So now you have permission to then message them from within the event or even one-on-one personally about anything else that you want to offer.
Okay. How do we keep this section clean? Because what I find, and somebody mentioned it earlier here, where people are messaging me, because you can automate that portion of LinkedIn, right? You can grow through there. But how do we keep that place clean? Because I get bombarded with, hey, you want to join this company? Hey, you want a loan? Hey, you want this, right? How can we do a better job on keeping that area clean? And what can we do on our part to not do that to other people too?
Yeah, so I mean, you always want to provide value, and you want to customize each of the requests, right? And so it wouldn't really make that much sense for me to provide a local home buying seminar invitation to someone who lives in San Diego, right? You want to make sure that you're targeting the right people, and you want to make sure that you are offering the right value. So if you go direct for a sale, they're gonna catch on to it. But if you are coming from contribution, it's really well received. I mean, even this, like, I honestly, truly want people to learn how to leverage LinkedIn, even if they don't use our services. This is something that they can apply on their own, right? So if you come from contribution and provide value genuinely and authentically, people can tell that, and they are very receptive to it. So, and to keep it clean, I mean, don't go to Chase.
No. Keep on going, dude. Keep on going.
And to keep it clean, I would just manage your network inbox. And so, if people are saying that they can get you 25 leads in 2 months or whatever, you want to ignore. But if someone who actually wants to network with you, you can accept it. So you want to basically keep this clean, which you're doing a really bad job, Tristan.
Yeah, I'm doing a bad job. That's why I have you helping me. There's no way I can keep this clean on my own, dude.
250 invitations.
Yeah, this is but look, you've given me 12,000 connections, right?
Exactly. And
That's
that
important.
and that's the key. So like, I mean, without the connections, your LinkedIn can be quite stale. But the more connections you have, the more engagement you have from your posts, the more people you can invite to your events, the more kind of connected you look like to other affluent individuals.
Mhm.
So, some people they're like, okay, great, what do I do with all these connections? And in Facebook and other platforms, it doesn't really do much. But with LinkedIn, having a large network within LinkedIn is really important.
All right. So let's go on that a little bit. But first, somebody asked a question here. Pam says, can we create a list of each category, for example, so we can invite to an event and exclude real estate agents? So can we do that?
Yes, of course. Yeah, so you can create the event, and then you can basically target every industry except for real estate. And so
Cool.
by that nature, you would effectively exclude realtors.
I love that. Easy. All right. So I had a question again. So I'm going to reiterate what you need to do. If you already have a lot of connections here, the idea would be to go through your feed and engage, right? Create that engagement through you consistently taking the time to like, comment, message. That's the key. And I think, dude, it's so simple that I think we overlook it, right? That's why I created the acronym LCM. Just LCM it, right? Like, comment, message, like, comment every day, like, comment, message, pick 20 a day. And then you start seeing, okay, I got this. This is getting better. Oh, my engagement's going up. I love this, right? And that's what it's about,
Yeah.
right? That's part of the growth. Casey, can you talk about Sales Navigator? Because that always comes up. What is it and why does LinkedIn have it? Because it's a LinkedIn product.
Yes. So LinkedIn Sales Navigator is a LinkedIn premium product. It costs about $80 a month, but it is a very valuable component to this whole strategy, right? In fact, we require all of our clients to have it because it lets you really target your preferred demographic that you're looking to reach out to, right? And so with normal LinkedIn filters, for example, they'll bunch, Ventura County, which is where I'm originally from, into greater Los Angeles.
Mhm.
But with LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you can do as small as like a 1 or 2 mile radius around a zip code. You can target smaller towns. So like just even like location alone is really important. So that's one thing. But also you can target based on years of experience, years in current position, seniority level. You can find owners, partners, CEOs, founders, directors of companies that are larger than X number of employees. So let me share my screen. I realized I wasn't sharing it.
All right, what are we looking at on your screen so people can see on Clubhouse?
All right, Clubhouse people, we are looking at LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and I'm kind of giving a deep dive on the types of filters that you are allowed to use to find your person, like your ideal customer profile. So in addition to just like honing in on a more specific geography, you can hone in on more psychographic information like total years of experience, years in current position, seniority level. And this is also kind of cool too.
Got some good information for you. We're looking at the top. Whoa, somebody's screen popped up. All right, continue.
All right, cool. So also what's kind of cool too is you can base it on current or past companies.
Okay.
So a lot of our clients are loan officers and they have really good VA loans. And so there's not as many people who are in active military duty that you can necessarily sell a house to or provide a loan to. But you can also do previous company being US military, US Army,
Well,
US Navy.
let's take the route on Sales Navigator where we're using this for growth. How would
Okay.
forget spamming people through automated messages. just to sell them something. I want to grow my LinkedIn. How do I use Sales Navigator? Tell me.
Cool. All right. So if you want to grow your network on LinkedIn using Sales Navigator, first you want to find your people, right? So whether it's alumni that went to your university, whether it's people who are veterans, whether it's just executive level employees, you want to find them on Sales Navigator.
Hmm.
You search for them.
Okay.
Then, so with our system, so I'm going to kind of speak a little bit about our company. What we would do is we would actually help you with this. We
Okay.
would take this URL. We would then put that URL into our system. Our system would scrape all this information.
So hold on, because you're losing my Clubhouse people here that I love. So right now you're on Sales Navigator and you've identified from what I'm seeing, people that work in the United States Air Force, right?
Right.
From there, you have this link on Sales Navigator, which is part of LinkedIn. You grab that link, you throw it into MyLinkedSolution, which is your company. And now what happens then that your company does with this list of people who work in the United States Air Force?
Cool. Okay. So yeah. So from there, our system would then send out connection requests, connection requests, connection requests, connection requests.
And it's automated.
Automated, correct.
And how many of these can I send out a day?
You send out between 50 and about 100 connection requests a day,
Okay.
which
And
then gets you about 10 to 20 people connecting with you a day.
all right. So let's say I get 10 a day connecting with me, right? I'm going to go with the low. That would be in 30 days because this works even if I'm not working, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 300 people connecting with me a month, right? And depending on the message, because I don't want to spam them, Casey, that's the last thing I want to do. My message would be like, hey, if I work if I have a background in the military and I'm connecting with people in the United States Air Force, I'm like, hey man, I'm a VA too, and let's just connect. I noticed that you're in the Air Force or we're in the Air Force. Let's connect. I'm just trying to grow my network. That's it. That's how easy it is. And this is why Casey's talking about, he was a gaucho, which is a Santa Barbara. You see Santa Barbara? Is that what it is, Casey?
Yep.
And so that'd be a great place to start if you do have a background in a college, right? Or simply in an area. If you don't, you can pick a profession, you can pick whatever you want and then grow from there. That's where I think the power of this is, because we're always looking, well, where do we start and how do we scale, right? This is where you start, right? LCM it, like, comment, message, then automate it so you can start scaling it and you start connecting with these people that have some common factor with you, right? Because that's how you start growing LinkedIn. So what's the cost of Sales Navigator? Because it's a LinkedIn owned product.
Correct. So Sales Navigator is $80 a month
80?
and 80.
Okay. And then what's the cost of my linked solution that we would add on top of that to make all of this automated?
So our services are $270 a month. And we're currently waiving the setup fee, and we'll give you half off your first month as well because you're lab code agents friends. So
Got it.
so it's $270 a month for our services, and then $80 a month for Sales Navigator.
All right, perfect. I like that. I like that. All right, let's talk about what it does, what you do, because the automation part is what really the part that I love. Donna just asked, does that automated connection that you're doing, let's say you did pick the Air Force, does that automatic connection include an automated message, right? And can you change that, or what does that look like?
Great question. So yes, it does. So you would create a custom automated invite request. So it'd be like, hey, Colt, I noticed that you used to be in the military. That's fantastic. So did I. Let's connect. So you would create an invite connection request, a custom one. Then if they connect, we can also send out an automated follow-up message, which would then kind of help create that relationship even further. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for connecting. I really appreciate your service. I'm a veteran as well. I wanted to network with you and just talk about how we can help each other out.
I
Something
like
along those lines.
easy, easy. And that's a great way to start growing. So if we say the bottom of this is 10 connections a day, that's 300 in a month. That's what, 3,600 in a year. So that's on the low end, which you guys have surpassed that for me. So I definitely think that this is one way to grow it. But the key to this, Casey, is actually being able to do two other things. One is make sure that you have the right content so that when you engage with people, they can go and check your LinkedIn and be like, oh, okay, got it. This person is real. They are providing some type of value or content. I understand who this person is, right? And be sure to engage with those people as well. Like I said, the LCM, like, comment, message. So I see three things here, right? If I want to be able to scale, I need to create a habit out of like, comment, message daily. Pick a number, 10, 20, 30. What's that going to be? The next part is create a pattern for yourself to be able to post or Casey, do you guys post for us or no?
We do, yeah. So we post content as well now. So like the home buying tips and tricks and market analysis and things like that. We do for
All
all of
right.
our clients.
So far you solved two of my problems. The only other problem, that third one, you don't solve. The like, comment, message, that falls on me or my assistant or my director of ops, whoever, my social media person. That falls on me. But you do the other two, which is you post for us content that people can engage with,
Mhm.
and then you help us scale by automating that process to help grow our connections, right?
Correct.
Anything I'm missing?
Yeah. So in terms of like best practices, so I mean, think about it this way: we open the door for you, right? So we're the ones that are initializing these conversations with these prospects, with these potential relationships.
Mhm.
We're starting a conversation. Now, some of our best clients, they are the ones who are continuing conversations with these folks from within LinkedIn. Even the ones that aren't immediately ready to buy or sell, someone might respond, "Great, when did you serve?" Or when did you graduate? I'm not looking to buy anytime soon, but would love to connect with you. Even that sort of like genuine response that you get from a prospect, you want to be able to continue that relationship. Um,
Mm.
you know, I graduated in 2006. When did you graduate? Oh, great. Yeah, my daughter goes to school there now too. In fact, we're empty nesters, and okay, now you have information. So it's like anything else, right? I mean, people don't want to like raise their hand that they're looking to buy or sell immediately. But
Mm.
the more you kind of just establish this relationship, the more comfortable they'll be kind of, opening up about what their intentions are.
I love that. There's a good question here. And this is, look, we don't work for LinkedIn. Just that's FYI. I don't work for LinkedIn and neither does Casey. Okay. We just use the product really well. Bruce is asking, what is included in LinkedIn Premium?
So the LinkedIn Premium account, Simply Premium, I think they let you send some emails, or are they referring to Sales Navigator?
I'm assuming it's Sales Navigator because that's some type of a premium, right?
Yeah. So for Sales Navigator, basically it allows you to really hone in on the right prospects you're looking to sell to, right?
Yeah.
So it's the filtering aspect that's very important to understand. But also what's included is an increased amount of activity that you're allowed to have per LinkedIn account. Because if you're not paying LinkedIn anything and you're just using it to like connect and engage, and they will get mad at you if you're overly engaged and you're overly using their platform but not paying them. But if you have Sales Navigator, they will that threshold of activity is increased quite a bit.
Got it. All right, cool. And let's see if we can wrap this one up so we can go to our Clubhouse people and answer questions there.
Cool.
And I just want to point out that LinkedIn, I know it's kind of like I said, that ugly stepchild. Nothing wrong with an ugly stepchild, by the way. Don't want to get in trouble with anybody. I love ugly stepchildren. And there's 760 million users on LinkedIn, and 260 million of those are active every month, right?
Mm.
And we're going crazy here on Clubhouse where there's 3 million users, right? Just to put that into perspective, okay? There's a lot of power in LinkedIn, and then we just, like me, don't put a lot of emphasis on it. But I have lately. I have. This is why I work with Casey, because I'm like, well, damn, I'm no good at it. Who can I bring in to help out? So, Casey, where do we go if we want to sign up for MyLinkedSolution?
Well, yeah. So if you're on Clubhouse, you can just type into your URL, schedulefreedemo.com, and then that would let you schedule a free demo with our sales team. If you're on Zoom or by your desktop, you would just go to mylinksolution.com and schedule a demo. I mean, because really the demos are what you want to do, is because that's when we really dig into your particular business model and we
Got
find the
it.
right fit, the right campaign that would work best for you. So
Okay,
I highly recommend scheduling a demo with us.
cool.
And then from there, you can sign up and all that stuff.
Awesome. And then is it a 6-month contract, a year contract? What does that look like?
We have a 3-month commitment, and that's for the 270 price point.
Awesome. All right. Let's see if we can put up the link here on the chat. Oh, you already did here. Thomas already did it. And then let's jump off and answer some questions on Clubhouse as well. There we go. All right. I put up the link. You have any questions, you know how to reach Casey. He's all over LinkedIn. You can also reach me or just find us in the Facebook community, Lab Code Agents. And Casey, you want to jump off and go on Clubhouse? If you're on Clubhouse, you can join us there. We'll be answering some questions for the next few minutes there.
Cool. Yeah, sounds great.
Thanks, Casey. Thanks, Lab
Bye.
Code.
You.